Okay, so here's a different version of the same chart I did in the video before this one. This time, instead of putting Jean-Michel Trogneau at the top, I'm putting Brigitte at the top because in the one before, we're saying that Jean Trogneau morphed into Brigitte and potentially he also morphed into Veronique. Okay. In this one, let's look at it. It's the same idea, but we're looking at it from just a different angle. We're saying Brigitte Macron, the first lady in the Élysée Palace as we know it, was once Jean-Michel Trogneau. This is all according to Candace Owens, by the way, not according to Marion T.D. Lewis, right? So Brigitte Macron, first lady of France, was once Jean-Michel Trogneau, and she was also once Veronique, right? So Jean-Michel Trogneau and Veronique all are the same person if we are going to believe that both of these people are really Brigitte Macron. Look at episode 3 or 4 of Candace's Becoming Brigitte series, and around 3 minutes in, you will see what I mean, where she brings up this character Veronique. And she says Veronique looks exactly like Brigitte, and she has the same mannerisms as Brigitte, and the speech, the tics and the speech patterns of Brigitte, right? This was a 1977 video that she used to say that Veronique is Brigitte, right? And then she tells us that Brigitte is also Jean-Michel Trogneau, her brother, which is really her most usual point. So we have Brigitte Macron, the first lady, two possible people, Jean-Michel Trogneau and Veronique. All of these three people are one in the same, according to Candace. I don't know if Candace means to say that or if she doesn't realize that that's what she's saying, that Veronique is Jean-Michel Trogneau and Brigitte Macron is Veronique, and Jean-Michel Trogneau is Brigitte, and Brigitte is Jean-Michel Trogneau. All of these are the same person if what Candace is saying is true. Now, all of these are men. These are three men. It's like 3 in 1. Brigitte is a man, according to Candace, and she transitioned from Jean-Michel Trogneau. And Veronique was once a man, and he transitioned to a woman around 1977, right? So all these three characters here, according to Candace in her podcast, are men, and it's the same man. It's Brigitte Macron. She literally said Veronique is Brigitte, and she most definitely literally said that Jean-Michel is also Brigitte. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. So then if these two men get married, which she said they did, Jean-Michel and Veronique got married in 1977, she says, I mean, it's a joke, but okay, she said that because that was not even legal in France, but she said that, they got married, and it seems she's suggesting that Jean-Michel hadn't yet transitioned, but even if he hadn't transitioned, he's still a man marrying Veronique, who she said was a man who transitioned to a woman. So both of them started their life with male genitalia. Right? So they can't have children, even though she tells us in 1977 they got married and they had 2 or 3 children. So it means that a woman is needed, a third party female with female biological organs, such as a womb, such as eggs, such as breasts, etc. Who was this woman? I don't think she ever clarified that. But if she did, and I'm sure that people who were following her and believe what she's saying can point exactly to who is this third woman who lived with Brigitte and mothered these children, one of whom is Emmanuel. Now, we know in 1977, Emmanuel Macron was born, right? That's on his birth certificate. And she tells us that Brigitte is in an incestuous relationship with Emmanuel, who is really her son, who was born in 1977, the same year that she tells us that Veronique, who is Brigitte, and Jean-Michel Trogneau, who is Brigitte, got married. What point do people ask themselves, WTF? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? I mean, how badly do people need to believe filth for them not to see right through this? I mean, if I could come up with this, and I did this with the help of ChatGPT, I should say. It took a while for me to get him to where I needed him to go so that we can come up with this. So if you use it, you definitely better attribute it back to me, because it didn't take a minute. It took a while for me to be able to clearly understand the moving parts and ask chat to create it for me. But what kind of a moron? I mean, and I say this with all due. Oh, let me take that back. I don't want to say that. But who believes this story? I mean, there are millions of people who believe it. But where is your own brain cells, right? Your own reasoning cells. I mean, she told us Jean-Michel Trogneux is Brigitte, and she told us Veronica is Brigitte, and she told us that Brigitte Macron in the Elysee Palace is a man. All these three people are men because they're one and the same person, right? Men with men can't have kids, and certainly one person by themselves can't have a child. You need a male and a female biology, right? And so there's a mystery mother. Who is that? Did she ever answer that question? And if she hasn't, why aren't you using your own, reasoning skills to ask her who is the mystery mother of the 3 or 4 children? Because it's really 4. She said that Emmanuel is really Brigitte's son. He was born in 1977, right? Even though she tells us that they met when Emmanuel was 15. Think about that,